Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. In fact, this is actually my first YouTube video that I am ever posting. I've posted a couple shorts by now, but this is my first video. So thank you so much for tuning in and I hope you enjoy. In today's video we plan on going to my flea market and we're going to clean it up, check my numbers, and also I just want to explain my first reasoning behind this flea market booth because it's changed back and forth since I first started it. First started it with the hopes of starting my own yarn store here in town, and it's kind of changed. It's now more of like a bunch of antique stuff, but it is a mess right now because I switched gears and now I'm in the transition period of trying to go back to the yarn. And so it's chaos right now, but I also wanted to sell some of my own handmade stuff in the booth, and so that's primarily what I want to kind of keep track of with these videos. Is I want to take you on the journey of selling your handmade goods in flea market booths. And I know a lot of you have subscribed from my shorts that I've made, and those are resin content. So right now my passion is currently towards UV resin jewelry, and that will change. I guarantee you. I have a million hobbies. I do resin, I knit, I crochet, I can paint. I like painting windows. Windows are kind of interesting to paint. I've done a little bit of needlepoint. I've done woodworking. I like painting furniture a little bit. This channel will go through a lot of ups and downs, but I really hope you stick around to see where it ends up. So let's get into it. Okay, so it is February 5th, and today I'm going to go to my flea market booth and pick up my check for the month, because she wants us to wait till the 5th so that she has plenty of time to collect funds and make sure she does all the math correctly and everything. So headed over there. We're gonna also check on the booth, add some more resin jewelry to the booth, and clean it up, because most of the time I find other booth stuff in mine. So let's go clean it up. All right, let's go. Let's go in. I'll do a small tour for you so that you can see kind of the stuff that it sells. It's not your typical antique flea market. It's more of garage sale type feels. I've got my handmade stuff that I've done. So these are chapstick holders. And then there's several variations of jewelry that I've got back here. There's some necklaces I was trying to do for like Valentine's theme. My gummy bears, my cats, and paw prints. Bunch of random knickknacks. Oh, someone did play with them. Sweet. Let's put these. So, and then I have a friend who gave me a bunch of her old sewing supplies to help get rid of it, but bunch of random knickknacks and things down there. My candles from my wedding. Bags of yarn. These ones came from my mother that she was trying to get rid of. She was just kind of done. She was downsizing because she was doing some stuff with not adopting, but fostering. That's the word. Some bags that I've made. The booth is entirely 20% off right now as I'm trying to get things cleared out in hopes of being able to get to the yarn again. But let's see. So several of cat hats. I've sold quite a few of the cat hats. They're $25 a piece, and that has really helped my booth quite a bit. Some old clothes I don't wear anymore. Some more fabric. This came from an old friend who has recently passed away. She gave me a bag of her scraps of fabric, and I just priced them out. Like, most of them are $1 a piece, no matter what the size was. Scarf that I used a knitting machine for, experimenting with it. Let's see. So here's a bunch of charms that I made. I used a specific clasp. So this is a lever back clasp. So let's see if I can do this one-handed. It opens up, stays open, and then you can easily shut it, and you can put it on, if you're like knitting or crocheting, you can put it on there pretty easily, or you can use them as earrings. It's kind of up to you what you want to do. Little horse dish. These are some of the magnets that I've made using resin. So it's clear resin on top to help with making them last longer. So there's some bees, paw prints, flowers, and then it looks like I need to take him and fix him. This is actually, these are kind of cool. They're made with leaves. I just glued the leaves to the magnets and then poured resin on top. The color has slowly changed on them. It's really interesting. And then this was a killer steal on Pioneer Woman at Walmart one day. I managed to snag a double sale. They had double clearance them. So jewelry to add to my stuff. The cool thing is, this thing I got from a friend at work. He thought he was going to use it in his shop at his house, and he didn't do it, so he gave it to me, and I decided I'd use it for magnets, and it's been really, really handy ever since. I did take it to a craft fair the last time I went to a craft fair. Share more on that experience later. hot pads, but they didn't do as well as I had hoped. I sold one to a coworker that was Scooby-Doo print, but that's the only one I've managed to sell. These are just cute tote bags that I made completely of my own pattern. Well, it's actually those guys right there that are hanging modified. I took the handles off, and then they have a pocket on the inside. These guys are originally, before the 20% off, are $35. And then these guys up here, I have one knocked down, are reusable grocery bags. So handles fold down like that, and then you do kind of like a trifold. It does not have to be pretty. You roll it up, and there's this little piece of elastic. Easy storage. No, it's not a pretty fold, but okay, so we're going to get into numbers now. So this is my sheet. This is what I got this month from the flea market, and it's got a tag from everything that's sold. This is why it's important that you should put as much information on your tags as you can without making the tags super big. So I got to where I was using these tags. They're really nice, but they're almost a little too big to be able to get them on the sheets well. So I need to probably rethink that and start going back to these tags. But so several things that sold in my booth this month were crochet thread, several patterns for like sewing. I sold 2 cat hats, and that's one of my most expensive items that I've been selling regularly, and they're $25 a piece. That's kind of what saved my butt this month. So with this, at this flea market, my booth rent is $80. It is a little on the pricey side for a flea market booth, but she does pay an outrageous price for her lease, so I kind of get it. But so what she does is you get what you made for the month, and then she takes 10% out of that for commission, and then after the commission she takes out the booth fee, and then what's left over you get to keep. So this month I made $114.71, and it is very windy, so the camera's a little shaky. And then so 10% of that would be $11.47. So that leaves $103.24 minus the $80 for the rent, leaves $23.24. Not a bad month, considering I went 3 or 4 months in a row of having to owe $5 or $6. My best month last year was $80, and so I'm thrilled to start the year off with already being in the positive. And I haven't paid to put anything into the booth in probably 3 or 4 months, because finances got hard for a little bit, and so I ended up having to get a second job. I'm still doing the second job right now with a full-time job. So I had a friend help me out. She's in the middle of moving and was able to donate a lot of her antiques to me, and that's where my booth went from being trying to open a yarn store to now it's yarn and antiques and old board games and handmade stuff. So my booth doesn't make sense, and I'm not happy that it doesn't make sense right now, but I hope to work towards it, and I hope you'll follow along as I clean it up and get it to where I want. Waiting till the wind settles down a little bit. But dang. Okay, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope you decide to stick around. You know what all the buttons do down there. I would be thrilled if you actually punched all the buttons. but that's completely your choice.